This is the Louie Tee Network.
See, first come the preseason, and I don't take a day off. And then my team was 6-10, and we ain't smell a playoffs. Yeah, I seen the Super Bowl, but I heard they just play balls. A lot of teams had injuries. Sam Bradford had to take off. Go hard in the offseason, but you don't know the half. Before you know, we gon' look up, and we ready for the draft. They dressed up in that suit top, and I don't know how to act. They waiting, so patient, so they can put on that hat. Who else could it be? Yeah, but your man Luke. Okay, so when she asks you where you at, you tell her you in the lab room. Who else could it be? Who? But your man Luke. Okay, so when she asks where you was at, you can tell her you was in the lab room. Yeah.
Hey yo, who else can it be? Me, your me. Louie Tee, welcome. You are in the lab room. Of course, I'm your host, Luke. Thank you for joining me. Week number 5 in the National Football League. Coming at you with these picks, man. Last week was rough. 9-6. I was running from 9-6 last week. But 9-6 said, I'm coming for you. I got you. And so, I told you last week was headstrong. Headstrong, I take you on. I'm headstrong, I take on anyone. Last week was supposed to be headstrong, but I was all wrong last week. It didn't matter. Head, heart, I would have been wrong last week. And I do this every year and I tell myself, I'm gonna be better next year, man. This is the year that I turn it up. And I'm not gonna come out of the block slow and lethargic. And I'm gonna pick these teams right straight out of the gate. As soon as the season starts, and every year I do the same thing. I have a hell of a first week, and I follow that up with an okay second week, and then I really start to struggle weeks 3 and 4 because I think I know, but I have no idea who these teams are. And so I pick a team like the Dolphins because they're struggling, and I say, they're gonna break out of that funk, and then they keep being funky, and I keep picking them thinking, this is the week when they turn it around every year. I pick 1 or 2 teams like that, and I jump on board, and I think this team's gonna be good because of the offseason and the maturation of maybe the quarterback or the head coach is starting to get it. And I say, hey, this is one of those teams that's gonna get it this year, and they come out and they stink, and I refuse to jump off board. I say, no, this team's gonna figure it out, and they don't. And I pay for it. And that team was the Dolphins. And then there are a couple of teams every year where you're like, you're not really that good, are you? Like, no, you can't be that good. And so you don't pick them. That team is the Jets this year. And so I've taken some L's behind them too. So it doesn't matter though. At this point, I know who everyone is. Okay, just about everyone's played 4 games with the exception of the Tennessee Titans and the New England Patriots. Everyone's played 4 ball games. Now, this is where I usually hit my stride. After week 4, and I get all of the struggles out, and I'm able to sit down and assess the league and look at everybody for who they really are. This is when I start hitting my stride. So I expect big numbers this week. And this isn't really a hard week. I expect to dominate week number 5. Because you can't see me this week in the National Football League. Let's jump into these picks. I'm off to an 0-1 start. When I'm 0-1, or excuse me, I'm off to a 1-0 start. Pick Indy to win on Thursday. That was a tough one. I thought I was going to lose that game. I'm not going to lie to you. But Indy pulled it out for me. So now I'm 1-0 going into this week. When I'm 1-0 going into Sunday, I'm a dangerous man. That's when you really need to watch out. I'm about to do some big things. You go to Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Chicago Bears at Arrowhead. I really like this Chiefs team. I don't think that their start to the season is indicative of who they are. That was rough. Okay, you should have beat Denver on Thursday night, but you didn't. Okay, fine. But then to have to go to Green Bay and to Cincinnati in consecutive weeks, ouch! The NFL slapped them on the wrist. That's a no-no. Ouch! I'm not going to do Kansas City like that. That's a better football team than 1-3. They're going to start showing it this week. And oh, by the way, that's my sole survivor pick for week number 5 in the National Football League. Give me Kansas City to take care of business at home, get healthy on this Chicago Bears football team. This ain't the Raiders, okay? They're not gonna win this week on the Bears. They're going down hard. Give me the Chiefs to be my sole survivor pick for week number 5 in the National Football League. As I move on to the next pick, more tough football, man. Seattle at Cincinnati, man. I think this is one of those games I think I'm gonna regret. But it's time for me to take that toe temperature, okay? Time for that toe check. I'm gonna stick my toe in the water, man. I don't know if it's safe or not. Probably gonna be regretting this come Monday morning. However, I'm gonna stick my toe in that Cincinnati Bengal water and I'm gonna test it out right here at home. Seattle Seahawks. I don't trust this Seahawks offense. That offensive line is putrid. I don't like what they're doing on the offensive side of football. Jimmy Graham is a non-factor. I don't know if Marshawn Lynch is playing. And frankly, it probably doesn't even matter behind that line right now. Russell Wilson is having to create magic on just about every single passing down because he didn't have time to drop back and survey the field and find guys the traditional way. He's got to run around for 6 yards in 7 seconds and find a receiver. That's not going to work in the jungle. I'm taking the Cincinnati Bengals to go to 5-0 over the Seattle Seahawks. That doesn't even sound right coming out of my mouth, but I'm sticking my toe in the water. It's a temperature check. Sticking the toe in the water. Cincinnati, probably gonna regret that. I'm doing it anyway. Washington at Atlanta. I broke that game down on my bow and goal. The Redskins report. You're looking for a prediction. Go there for that. We're moving on to Jacksonville at Tampa Bay. This is really tough because you got a rookie quarterback versus a second-year quarterback. Neither one of these teams really like to score a lot of points. Neither one of these teams really know how to win football games. This is an ugly game. It could go either way. Generally, when it's an evenly matched ball game between two bad football teams, I just pick the home team. That's what I'm doing here. Give me Tampa Bay to figure out a way to win their first home game of the season. New Orleans at Philadelphia. The Eagles are in trouble. They're bad right now. And what I saw from New Orleans, it may have been a little bit of that Sunday night at home magic that they seem to possess. I don't know if they're actually playing better football or not. But I like the way Drew Brees looked on Sunday versus the Cowboys. I like the feeling that I'm starting to get from them, the vibe that I'm getting from that Saints football team. I'm not saying they're going to do any damage moving forward, but they're going to do damage on Sunday against an Eagles team that's battered, bruised, and confused. I'm taking New Orleans on the road to go to Philadelphia and beat the Eagles and send them into a spiraling tizzy at 1-4. Taking New Orleans on the road. Cleveland at Baltimore. The Browns have been close for the last couple of weeks. Could this be the week that they break through? Hell no, I'm not picking them over Baltimore. In Baltimore, another one of these teams that I refuse to not pick, and every week they slap me in the face, and in the week I don't pick them, they win. Going back on that Baltimore train this week, I'm probably going to regret this, but I'm taking the Ravens at home because I don't trust the Browns on the road. Simple as that. Give me the Ravens to take care of some AFC North family business at the crib. St. Louis at Green Bay. The inconsistency of this St. Louis Rams team is frightening. They play up to their level of competition. They play down to the level of competition. Well, this is one of those games where they got to step it up big time. And the last time I sent them on a road trip against a really good team, they came back with a 38-8 W. Now, that's not happening here, okay? That was against the Indianapolis Colts last year, and Andrew Luck and company. They went and they scorched those boys. Before they even know what happened, they were already being smacked in the mouth, stomped in the stomach, and their entire house was being ransacked. It's not happening here. This is Aaron Rodgers. This is the Green Bay Packers. This is Lambeau Field. Different animal, okay? While I think they're going to keep it much closer than some of these other teams have been able to do at Lambeau, they're not winning in Lambeau Field against that team. Even though I like the way the Rams are playing right now, I'm taking the Green Bay Packers at home to win that football game. Buffalo Bills at the Tennessee Titans. Titans coming off of a bye week. This is a young football team that if they ever figure it out, they could have something going on this season. It's just, I don't trust it. They're a young football team. It's the blind leading the blind out there, and they don't know how to win football games. And so, even though Buffalo looks really bad, and they're really banged up, and they don't have any running backs, even the one guy that I thought, okay, well, no shady, you still got Carlos Williams, right? He's hurt now. They're gonna have to rely on Booby Dixon, but I still think Rex is gonna find a way to confuse a rookie quarterback, make him uncomfortable, force him to turn it over, and they're gonna win on the road. Give me the Bills to take care of the Titans in Tennessee. One of those games I could regret. I'm taking the Bills on the road to get back on the winning track. Arizona at Detroit. Detroit, let me ask you something. What did you do to the league? Okay, what did you do? Okay, damn it, man. Can you start a season any tougher than that? The first 5 games of the season, you're on the road for San Diego, a game that you probably should have won. You were up 21-3, you lose. Then you go on the road to Minnesota. You always struggle with Minnesota. In Minnesota, you lose that game. Then you come home for Denver. Hey, that's not a good home opener. I don't want to play Denver and that defense and Peyton Manning in my home opener. Ouch! So you take another L. Then they say, okay, we're sorry. We're sorry for all of the tough games to start the season. How about this? We'll send you to Seattle week 4, Monday night. How's that sound? That's not any better. It's terrible. Now you're 0-4. Then they say, okay, we're going to give you another home game. It's just going to be the Arizona Cardinals. That's it. What did you do, Detroit? What did you do? I don't know what you did, but I do know this. You're now 0-5. I'm taking the Arizona Cardinals to come into your house and find a way to get a win. They're disappointed. They're mad. They're upset. They let one slip through their fingers last week. Somebody's got to pay. It just happens to be the 0-4 Detroit. You're going to get one soon. I promise. It's just not this week. Give me Arizona to come into your place and drop you to 0-5. New England at Dallas. This was supposed to be a really compelling matchup. Tony Romo and Tom Brady squaring off who would win. But that was eons ago. There's no Tony Romo. It's Brandon Whedon. He's not good enough to beat Tom Brady. They're coming off a bye week. That means 2 weeks to prepare for this Cowboys team means the Patriots win. Give me New England, go to 4-0. Cowboys drop their 3rd consecutive game in a row, and they're in trouble. We move on to the next matchup, Denver at Oakland. This was supposed to be some big-time AFC West family business. If those two teams say they ain't did it, then they ain't did it. But if they did, well, that's family business. This was supposed to be 3-1 Oakland versus 4-0 Denver. Winner is the leader of the clubhouse of the AFC West. If the Raiders could somehow muster up the strength, the moxie, the gumption to take these boys down, they were going to be 4-1 and leading the AFC West after 5 weeks. Can you believe that? Total mind blow. But then they go to Chicago and lay an egg, turn the football over in the later stages of the game and lose and let Robbie Gould send them home with an L. And now they're 2-2. They're searching for answers. And now they got to play an undefeated Denver Broncos team licking their chops. Still going to be a tough football game, but it lost its luster last week when the Raiders couldn't hold up their end of the bargain. Taking Denver, I'm taking that defense. There's no defense better in the league right now than this Denver Broncos team. This is a ferocious defense, and this is going to be a real good test for Derek Carr because I think he's been protected really well. And the thing that I question with Derek Carr, how do you perform when the pressure is on? When teams start applying pressure to that ass, they put that fire under your bum. What do you do, Derek? What do you do for a Carr? We're going to find out because this team can get after the quarterback like nobody's business. I expect Derek to fold like a lawn chair on a Sunday afternoon in the summertime. Give me the Denver Broncos on the road to take care of the Oakland Raiders. San Francisco 49ers taking on the New York Giants. I'd love to tell you that the Giants are going to smoke these boys in front of everybody on the national stage on Sunday Night Football, and the 49ers are a total mess. Colin Kaepernick can't get it together. I'd love to tell you that, but I just told you that. 49ers are going to be smashed on Sunday Night Football. Eli's going to have a parade, and this defense actually isn't that bad, but the offense, for the 49ers is. And that's why the Giants are going to find a way to get this done and it not be even close. Give me the Giants at home to win their 3rd consecutive game after starting the season 0-2. And finally, Monday Night Football, Pittsburgh Steelers, San Diego Chargers. San Diego Superchargers taking on a Pittsburgh Steelers team with Michael Vick. They say they feel much more comfortable. A 10-day layoff after that Thursday night disappointment. They've had a chance to acclimate Vic to the playbook, kind of game plan around what he brings to the table. They got Big Ten Montavious Bryant back. They got all their stuff now. This is a dangerous football team, all the Steelers. But I don't trust them on the road against a very sneaky San Diego team at home. On the road, San Diego is a loser. At home, they're a different ball club. They're a scary group. And oh, by the way, they get Toms back. Yeah! That means I'm taking the San Diego Chargers in week number 5 to win on Monday Night Football and get me to about 14-1. I may lose 2 games. I'm gonna be modest, okay? Because that Jacksonville-Tampa Bay game could go any way. New Orleans and Philadelphia, that's a scary game. Cincinnati-Seattle, I'm worried about that. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't. But I feel good about all the rest of these games. Buffalo could lose, Arizona could lose, but I don't think they are. I feel good about this. And I'm really ready to come back with a hell of a week of 13-2, 14-1 type of week. Maybe even 15-0. I'm not saying, I'm just saying. Those are my picks. What are yours? If it happens in the National Football League, whether big or small, we cover it all here in the lab room. Come back and join me as I continue to break down anything and everything in the National Football League. See you Sunday. Sunday. There's plenty more where that came from. While you're here, subscribe to the channel. If you want more Louie Tee, be sure to follow me on Twitter at InTheLabRoom, or you can like the Facebook page at In The Lab Room. That's In The Lab Room on Facebook and at In The Lab Room on Twitter. Don't forget, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so.
In the lab.